Oh, we're so good, Mike.
Oh.
We're so good.
Oh.
Mike, I'm glad you made it out today, man. It's looking like Hoth out there. I'm surprised you made it to the first marker.
Right. Snowopolis.
2016.
2016.
Again.
Yes. And just to finish that story I was telling you about.
Mm.
Yeah, so after the third pile driver, I knew she'd be my wife.
Oh, I mean, it's not often that you see a woman just go through a crowd of carnies like that. Like
Yes.
they were made of paper mache.
Yes, yes. Oh, man. The tables.
Those kids definitely got more than they paid for.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I'm Adam.
I'm Mike.
And this is Mike and Adam's Razor Feelings.
Hello.
Welcome.
Mm-hmm.
It's cold.
It's cold. Christmas is coming.
Is it?
What's on your Christmas list?
Besides world peace.
World peace.
Goodwill towards man.
Understanding.
You know, as a poor college student, I really just need a pair of socks and maybe some underwear.
Yeah, because those are hard to get.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But no, that's a good question, Mike. Going into the holiday season, the hipster part of me desperately wants I want a record player.
Oh,
That's number one on the wish list. But I don't know.
made of wood, right?
Yeah,
it has to be made of wood.
Exactly. But I think that's more of a Christmas gift to myself sort of situation. But in terms of like gifts, I mean, I don't know, man. I'm just really excited for the new Star Wars movie. Like, if I think my parents said that we're gonna go see it. I think when I'm back home for Christmas, but that looks really good. I'm excited.
You're gonna see it in 4D IMAX.
4D. Like Darth Vader comes out and caresses me. Is that what makes it 4D?
5K.
5K.
They have seats now that actually shake with the movie's violence and action scenes.
That's crazy.
And blow air in your face if it's pertinent.
If it's pertinent.
Yeah.
Like when the Predator is like
yes.
trying to see if Arnie is there underneath all the mud. But what about you, Mike? Do you have anything on your wish list?
You know, I'm very good at buying myself what I need. Like, video games.
Right.
Albums and gadgets.
Right.
So, I give my parents the extra nice to have things like pants, shirts.
That's what I'm saying.
Medicine.
Yeah. Mike, you should buy your medicine first before you buy video games.
With the Steam sale, not gonna happen.
Do you know what's in the Humble Bundle?
Oh, I haven't checked it lately.
Yeah, check, because they usually do something pretty crazy around now, don't they?
The Steam sale, you can get I'm excited. You'll get Far Cry 4 for a nickel.
Right. Far Cry 4 for a nickel. Yeah. That's actually kind of expensive when you think about it.
Yeah.
For a nickel.
I mean, I have to save up. True.
Right. But yeah, so as you were coming in, Mike, I don't know if this is where you want to start it. Do you want to start with your Twitter beef, or did you want to go into something different?
Oh, my Twitter. Okay. So, I've been seeing all over Facebook, all over Twitter, these online games, the free-to-play but pay-to-win kind of games, on Android, on iOS. They have these CG intro videos that make them look like first-person shooters. They make them look like 20-hit combo action mayhem fests. In reality, they're just point and click, and
if you're lucky,
and you buy stuff just to get yourself ahead of the game. It seems more like a chore.
Right.
And I'm looking at you, Mobile Strike. I just got into an online war with Soldier Inc. because they played this intro video where you're customizing your soldier, and then he gets dropped from a plane, and he's shooting Nazi zombies.
Right.
Really,
is that the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Mobile Strike.
Mobile Strike. Okay, is that the same game or a different game?
These are different games, but they're all the
concept.
same.
Yeah.
And it's so sad. Like every time I see Mobile Strike, they have this new video where it's completely first person and you're riding a tank and shooting other tanks.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, that is such a lie. That is
Right.
That is the king of scumbaggery
Right,
there.
right. There's no way you could take a PC game like World of Tanks and put it on someone's phone.
Right.
Like, that's not happening.
Mm-hmm. So I want to call them out on the shenanigans and say, you know, take all that budget you gave to that CGI intro maker and actually put it in the game.
Right, right.
And maybe it would be worth playing.
Right, right. Have you ever bought a game and been disappointed?
Oh gosh.
Because, I mean, nowadays it's super easy to be disappointed in mobile gaming. Like, you think one thing, you click on it, and you just realize the game is destroyed by microtransactions, or, you know, it's just not up to snuff, or it's... and I think Pokemon Go suffered this this problem. Not the microtransactions, but I think it released... I think the game got released too early. It released in beta, and it just like didn't have as many features as it does now. But now the hype is kind of worn off, and like, so. But I mean, yeah, in terms of like console or PC games, have you ever purchased something and then immediately regretted it?
I'd have to say Call of Cthulhu. I got on sale. I was in my mind. I'm always thinking this is going to be a fun, casual adventure.
Yep.
Waste a week.
Yep.
For Call of Cthulhu, I realized that those games weren't meant for that when they came out early 2000s. They were meant where you had to actually be psychic.
Right.
You had to know what the developer was thinking just to win.
Yep.
And you have to beat things by split seconds.
Yep.
So I haven't even seen Cthulhu yet.
Right. Right. How far in are you?
Probably an hour.
Mike, you're only an hour in.
Yeah. It's probably like an 8-hour game.
Mike.
There's this one part I can't beat where you're getting chased by 2 hobo men. And they made the ledge a little bit too far, so...
Mike, you're killing me.
I have to watch a Let's Play.
Yeah, probably.
Yes.
Probably. I think the game that I most regretted buying definitely was Minecraft. Not because it was a bad game, but because at the time I didn't realize how much of my life I was sacrificing to it. I definitely went into that thinking, yeah, this is something casual I can play on the weekends. Snap forward 2 months later, and suddenly I'm running 2 servers, and we're playing at least 8 hours a day, and I'm like, what is happening to my life?
Yeah, because you have to get the redstone, right?
Yeah.
It's not worth it until you get the redstone.
That's what I'm saying. It was pretty bad. Although, funny story, you'll appreciate this. We downloaded this mod pack onto to Minecraft on one of our servers, and it's a server. It was a server type called Tekkit. So essentially, it allowed you to do a lot of really cool mechanical things, such as you can build like quarries and you can build jetpacks and stuff like that. But part of what you can do is you can build this nuclear reactor. So we built this nuclear reactor to power our entire base, so we didn't have to rely on like coal or anything like that, or even lava. So we built this reactor and everything. It's all set up and it's underneath our base. And my friend Sam forgot to put up the shielding thing. So we were up till like 3 a.m. to get this up and running. We finally got it all done. We're like, okay, we're gonna go to bed. So we go to sleep, and we wake up the next day, and we get onto the server, and we realize he blew up our entire base because he didn't put the right amount of shielding on it, and it destroyed like a month and a half worth of work. Gone.
Yeah, see, I'll never get that far into the game. I got to the point, at first it just seems so simple.
Yeah.
Like when I'm on there, I'm like, I'm gonna dig, I'm gonna build a small house, maybe make a bed.
Yeah.
Well,
you gotta play with people though.
Oh, I always played with my brother, and he walked me through everything. But then, like, by the time you're 3 hours in, you have to find that right mineral to make that garden.
Yeah.
So you can get the right kind of stone, which gets you the melting pot. And you're like, what's happening?
My life is this now.
This is just a rip-off of Legos. Which they did make Legos based off of Minecraft now, so...
I did see this come full circle.
Yeah.
I did see that people, like schools and stuff, are now using Minecraft to teach kids creative thinking, and and like it's a lot more accessible than trying to teach them with Legos or blocks or something. So it's like it's cool to see nerd culture become mainstream.
Like they should use Angry Birds for anger management.
Right, exactly. Thou shall not kill.
Plants vs. Zombies for botany. Grand Theft Auto for business.
For business? Those not driver's ed.
Not driver's ed.
Man. So, yeah, mobile games. We're on to you.
Yeah, and I want to be the bitter man who destroys them. The hero.
Yeah.
The world deserves.
Right, the Dark Knight.
Yes, but I think that would just be a waste of time. I mean, I hate the scumbaggery, and I want to use that word as many times as I can.
As you should.
Of the mobile game, because you have like the normal fun games. Sure. And then you have like all these like weekend knockoffs.
Right.
And they're called like Call of Battlefield. Battlefield of Duty.
Battlefield of Duty.
Battle Watch of Overs.
Oh, that was good. I played that game. Yes. That's actually... I feel like it was an improvement over the original.
Yeah, and they're all the same game.
They really are.
And Facebook's getting into it now.
I feel like Facebook was the originator on this one. I mean, like you think about like Farmville and like stuff like that. I feel like they definitely their blood is blood is not their blood is definitely involved in this. Yeah.
But they'll have something like, and they don't even try to hide the fact that someone just copy and pasted a different game and renamed it. Because there's called Spank the Booty. And then there's another one called The Booty, which is the same picture. It's the same picture. So they don't even care.
What is Spank the Booty about?
From what I'm guessing from the picture is just this girl with a shocked face and a big exterior. Derriere. In a red hand.
Oh no. I feel like, but that's a knockoff of another game, a Flash game from the 90s called Spank the Monkey.
Yes.
Do you remember what I'm talking about?
Yes.
So for those of you not in the know, Spank the Monkey, internet sensation, early 2000s. And the entire game was to see how fast you could spank a digital monkey. It was actually, well, it wasn't digital. It was through Flash, and there was this blow up monkey that would like come on the screen, and you had a digital hand, and based on how fast you could move your mouse across the screen, you scored points.
Wow.
So yeah, now they're ripping off Flash games from the early 2000s.
And the weird thing is, there's like been a trend of knee surgery games.
What?
Chest surgery, stomach surgery. Of games that have just popped up. And here's the weird thing: taking Disney princesses, and turning them into pregnancy simulators.
Oh,
it's so weird. Like, but you'll find them all over. Like, you'll have like Princess Anna gives birth, the game.
What?
And you have to like feed her candy canes, and then
she gives birth.
She gives birth.
Is that how that works, Mike?
I'm pretty sure.
Right.
I mean, why would they lie on a Flash game made in Croatia?
Croatia.
Yeah. So I just think that like there's so much cheap Flash knowledge going around.
Yep.
And such laziness that everyone's trying to make a nickel. Which is why I give Princess Anna Gives Birth 4 stars, not 5.
Okay. Find the link in the description.
Yes. Yeah.
So suffice to say, don't knock off a Flash game. It was a Flash game for a reason.
Right.
So, what do you got next for us, Mike?
Some creative thinking games.
Okay.
And so this game, I made up a bunch of band names that I think would make awesome music.
Okay.
But I need your help on what they would sing about, what kind of genre they are.
What genre? Right.
Maybe even give me a title of their song.
Okay. I can get behind that.
So starting with Dragons for Breakfast.
I feel like it could go two ways. I feel like it could be like new wave metal, but also at the same time, I could definitely see them being like a really hipster band from like Vancouver, who do like a fusion of like bluegrass and like I don't know, like punk.
You have to have, someone has to have a deep Irish accent.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. And plays an instrument that doesn't really exist.
Yes. Like the pogo stick
fiddle. The pogo stick fiddle, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm gonna go with they're like an Irish folk band mixed with new wave metal.
Yes.
And their songs would be "The Fairy Bit Me in the Moonlight."
Yes.
And maybe perhaps "The Unicorn Gored My Uncle."
Unicorn Gored My Uncle.
And various songs like that.
Oh, nice. 3 Chains.
3 Chains. Yo, okay, story. So the other day we had a Bible study, right? And we're in Acts 11 or 12, I think 12. And it's the bit where Peter's in jail and he's like surrounded by all those guards or whatever, and the angel comes in and they go all like Metal Gear Solid, Tom Clancy, like they sneak out of the prison or whatever.
Yeah.
But it says in some translations, and it says that Peter was locked up with 2 chains.
Yes.
And so somebody was reading that passage, and then they got to the 2 chains part, and I like under my breath was like 2 chains, and nobody laughed, and I was very disappointed. I was like, "How dare you guys be responsible and considerate during the reading of the Bible during a Bible study, and not laugh at my joke?"
I know. What's the point of having constant interruption?
Right, exactly. But anyways, 3 Chains I feel like is 2 Chains' underappreciated older brother who actually got into rap first.
Yes.
And like was struggling on the streets, and his brothers came along and just like stole his gimmick.
Yes.
And then somehow got famous off of him. And I feel like a lot of his songs are just diss tracks to 2 Chains.
Yeah.
he's just really angry.
Yes.
But you know, his mixtape is fire though, so it's be on the lookout.
Oh, nice.
This holiday season.
This next one is an acronym for ADAM.
Oh,
it stands for All Day, Any Minute.
This sounds like the greatest early 2000s like pop punk band.
Yes.
You know, just like Metro Station.
Yes.
Or like Paramore or
or Adam.
Right, exactly.
Yes.
And they just play really energetic songs like "Why Did She Leave Me in Chem Class" and
Note on My Locker.
Exactly, and "Dad, You Just Don't Understand."
Let's go surfing.
Let's go surfing. I broke my longboard.
Yes.
Etc. Etc.
Yes. Strange Chemicals.
Definitely an emo band if I've ever heard of one.
Yes.
Featuring songs such as "A Bullet for the Bullet for My Valentine."
Yes.
And various other genre-breaking songs.
Yes. The Warlords of Batavia.
The Warlords of Batavia. So those of you that don't know, Batavia is this rinky-dink town that's in our area that's famous for one thing and one thing only. It's racetrack.
Yes.
And funnily enough, their band features the same thing that their town features. Just songs about a racetrack.
Songs about a racetrack.
And horses.
My War Horse.
Exactly.
Run Faster.
Right.
Maybe a cover of The Distance from Cake.
On forward, my noble steed.
Yes. Go Pegasus go. Banana Fest Destiny.
It's Steve Martin's side project from his bluegrass group. Did you know that he's touring? He's like lead singer for like a bluegrass jug band.
Has to be fun.
I saw it on Steve Colbert's Colbert Report before he was on Colbert Tonight. But yeah, no, that's definitely Bananifest Destiny is. So what they do is songs kind of like Weird Al, where they do parodies, but they do it in a bluegrass style.
Oh gosh.
So, Katy Perry's Firework. A lot of the pop hits, but with a bluegrass twist.
That's funny.
That's actually their tagline.
Oh.
Modern pop hits with a bluegrass twist.
There's this guy who does
this is a real person.
Lounge music.
Oh no.
But to like hardcore bands.
So he sings like swing music to like...
Yeah. He'd be like, cut my life to pieces. This is my last resort. Yeah.
I bet he's got a show in Vegas.
Yes.
He's got like a 2-hour show. It's like Celine Dion and then him.
Yes. I think his name is like Edward Cheese.
Of course his name is Edward Cheese. He could have no other name.
Yes. All right. Swift and the Swifters.
Swift and the Swifters. I feel like it's just a bunch of girls that like tried out for the part of Taylor Swift, yes. But the music producers were like, "You guys are great, but you guys would be better together in a band."
Yes.
So they just get all the like rejected like Katy Perry is like presented with a song from her like producer and she's like, no, I don't feel like that's the direction I want to go, and it goes to the Swift and the Swifters.
Yes. Picking up the pieces.
Right,
that's one of their songs.
Exactly. One of their originals. It's not very popular.
Yeah. Death Government and the Politicians.
Funnily enough, it's a band full of former presidents. But not good ones, failed ones, like Al Gore.
Yes. Mitt Romney's on drums.
Right. He just plays the same beat over and over again.
Yes. John McCain's on bass.
Right. Every once in a while, Al Sharpton will come in to sing vocals.
Yes. Oh, Lord.
Oh, man.
50 Wizards.
50 Wizards. I feel like they're a chamber orchestra. Literally 50 wizards. They all dress in like wizarding outfits.
They all have keyboards.
Exactly. And they just do Benedictine monks covers of popular hits.
Yeah, all with the 80 synth pop.
Exactly. 80 synth pops over Gregorian chants.
Yeah. No, I kind of imagine someone who saw 22 Pilots. Mm-hmm. Or 21 Pilots and is like, we can beat that.
Right.
We'll show them.
We have 50 of us.
Yeah, 50 wizards. Okay. London on Fire.
Oh, shoot. Isn't that a movie with Gerard Butler?
I think that's
that's London Has Fallen, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's the Sparta movie. 300.
300?
Yes.
Same thing. They're all the same.
Mm.
What was the band?
London on Fire.
London on Fire. Wow, that's scary. I don't like that. They're actually a children's band.
Yes.
And but the only music, they're kind of like the Wiggles.
Yes.
And they teach kids,
with a bit of a twist.
Yeah, and they teach kids how to put on their pants, teach kids how to stay safe in the kitchen, what to do when your grandma's fallen and can't get up, stuff like that.
Oh,
really proactive.
They've headlined for the Wiggles.
The Wiggles concert tour.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Claymore of God.
Claymore of God.
That can either be the huge sword or that thing you use in Call of Duty.
Yeah, I was actually thinking of the grenade.
Yes.
That Ron Swanson has in his office.
Yes.
Honestly, it's another musician in the long line of Christian metal bands.
Yes.
Such as I'm gonna pretend like I know the music scene for this, but people like 1,000 Foot Crutch.
Yes.
People like
Pillar,
August Burns Red,
Skillet, Wolves at the Gate. Oh. If you go onto any music search site and you type in the word Sons of Thunder, which is one reference in the Bible,
right?
Everyone named their metal band after that. And none of them are good.
Mike, I know what we're gonna do today.
Yes, we're Sons of Thunder.
Yes, we're making a metal band.
Headlining with Dragons for Breakfast.
Yes.
All right. Gentle Tears and Soft Pillows.
Definitely an 80s tribute band.
80s tribute band.
They only play cover hits of 80s like 80s one-hit wonders and various number one charts.
I just think it was a band that made a deal with Starbucks to be some of their background music.
Oh, yeah, that's the same band.
Yeah.
Funny enough, Starbucks can't spell their name right also on their album. Always is spelled wrong.
Yes. Yes. The Nasty Women.
Now we're getting in dangerous waters here, Mike.
Yes.
But funnily enough, it's an all male boy band.
Yes.
But created by a misguided producing studio, thinking that that's what the demographic wanted, and they just saw the headline while they were doing they were on Facebook, and then they realized very quickly in their focus group tests that the people don't want that.
Mm-hmm.
People don't want a male group called the Nasty Women.
Mm-hmm. So that is all my made up bands, and I think we made gold on each one of those.
I'm pretty sure. I definitely do want to hear Dragons for Breakfast, though. I feel like they're a real band, and if any of you are out there and you have the musical talent to do that, you should make a band.
Right.
Called Dragons for Breakfast.
Go on our Facebook page, write some lyrics, verses, and chorus for Dragons for Breakfast, one of their songs.
And we'll perform it.
Yeah, we'll perform it.
Yeah.
Now, going into the news, or should I say fake news.
Oh no.
Fake news has been around ever since the word troll got coined by the internet. People have been making fake news articles that sway the gullible.
Right.
And that seems to have some very negative consequences. There's that one about Hillary Clinton's sex dungeon.
Oh no.
Did you hear the news? This article came out that said the FBI found Hillary Clinton's sex dungeon. It was totally fake, but someone retweeted it. Someone who's a son of someone who's working in the government. And because of that, some guy got angry in New York City and started firing his gun in public. And so, all based on a fake news article. And so,
I actually saw something similar. Like, I was trolling through Twitter, and apparently someone photoshopped this. This brand called Play School.
mm-hmm.
They do like little plastic setup things. So they do like kitchens and like playgrounds and stuff. Well, somebody was trolling and they made a happy hour saloon. Did you see that? So funny.
The baby bartender is so bitter.
He really is. He's just got the weight of the world on his shoulders.
Yes.
He's cleaning another dirty mug. But people thought this was real, and to the point that the company had to release a statement saying this is not us. We didn't make this. This isn't real. This is just something on the internet.
You know what's sad? The biggest culprit of people who don't understand satire is Christians. Because I used to do a satire every week they asked me to make satire articles for The Hobbit because it was coming out. Mm-hmm. So I made the Christians, or Dove Records releases an evangelistic version of Lord of the Rings called Lord of the Lords, starring Kirk Cameron,
of course,
and Kevin Sorbo. And Rebecca St. James is one of the elf goddesses, or whatever. And the comments I got is this is stupid and ripped off. Don't they know it's already Christian?
Yeah.
This is such an insult to Tolkien.
Yeah.
And we had to be this is satire. I literally photoshopped Kirk Cameron's head on a DVD of Lord of the Rings. It was so sad.
Yeah, it is.
And in current news, Starbucks actually released a donut that has Elvish around it.
Yeah, I saw that.
And everyone's posting it that it's
Arabic.
It's Arabic,
yeah.
and it's calling for Shakira Allah.
Right, yeah, I saw that.
And that is so ridiculous.
Right. It's like, there's even a caption on it that says, what ring to rule them all.
Yes.
And it's like, how do you not get the reference? Like, I saw that, and I actually thought that was one of the funniest things I ever saw.
Yes.
I was like, that is great. The amount of time and effort that someone took to write Elvish on the side of a donut.
Yes.
Like, that's just ridiculous. And I love that. And, I think it's, when in the New Testament, when Jesus is talking that we're called to be a part of the world, but not of the world. I think for a lot of it, as Christians, we miss out on a lot of the pop culture and a lot of the cultural understanding. And I'm not saying that if you feel convicted about not watching or participating in certain things or listening to certain music, then by all means, like, stand by your convictions. However, at the same time, we also need to be culturally flexible enough to not get outraged every single time we see something like that.
Especially with Shakira Allah.
Right,
at
like
stake.
that's right. Like, you do understand that they probably wouldn't eat donuts.
Yeah.
Like they probably don't eat donuts.
Well, Shakira,
Shakira? That's a singer.
Those hips don't lie.
Yeah.
I mean, she eats donuts. Yes.
Like, we understand that, for the most part, that those things have, like, animal fat in it. And they can't eat that.
Absolutely. And at this point, I'm trying to decide, like, do they deserve it? I mean, there's this confirmation bias in America where if you already believe it, you'll immediately believe any article that even supports it. Which is why when your favorite candidate is criticized, you're like, no, they had to have gotten something wrong.
Right.
Or, that's just a bad spin. But whenever something is good is said about them, you're like, yeah.
That's right.
Finally, the truth comes out.
Right, exactly. It's such a double standard.
Yeah, and I do it all the time.
right. We're not saying this because we're not guilty of it, because we definitely are.
But I grew up with satire. I grew up with trolling.
Right.
Mad Magazine making fun of stuff.
Right. I mean, I grew up definitely watching, like, I would come home from school and I would immediately just watch, it would be last night's the Tonight Show with Jon Stewart, and then the Colbert Report, and that was like, that's what I did when I came home from school, like in high school. So it's just like, yeah, I totally get it. Like I got satire. Like I got and I was reading like Kurt Vonnegut and stuff like that, and I was but I think that's part of what it means to be educated, and that's part of what it means to like understand and being developed as a person, and to critically think for yourself.
Right.
Instead of just accepting everything as truth.
Right.
Especially on the internet.
And can I just say that I would love a cheesy satire movie of popular Christian flicks.
Yes.
It would be called Oh No, a Christian movie.
Right.
And somehow it would have to have Kirk Cameron.
Of course.
Kevin Sorbo.
And Rebecca St. James. So I saw a trailer this morning. Someone is making a movie based on the creation of A Case for Christ.
Yeah.
And it's by the same people that did God Is Not Dead. And I was like, that actually does look kind of interesting. And I might actually not be ashamed of that movie when it comes out.
Right.
But yeah, no, I think it's about time that Christian entertainment catches up.
Right. I remember this movie starring Mr. T. Well, he was a side character. And it was about the apocalypse where everyone was getting like chips put in their hands so that they could purchase pizza.
Okay.
And there was these underground, and they were calling Christians haters. That was the name. Like, if you see a hater, we'll turn them in.
Right.
And then this group of Christians gets put under court, and they have to defend their faith in front of like the Antichrist, which is this guy with slick hair and he's in a suit.
Right.
And they read from the law of the scrolls of man. and I just remember the tagline in that movie where one of the ladies is she's being drilled in court, and she's like, "I'd like to call Jesus Christ to the stand." It's like, oh my goodness.
Does he come?
Well, they just talk more about Jesus in the gospel right after that. But Mr. T line in there is like, if you don't quit your jibber jabbering, you're gonna need Amazing Grace.
I'm stealing that tagline.
Yes.
If you don't quit your jibber jabbering, you need Amazing Grace. Only Mr. T could deliver that line.
Yes.
That's amazing. But one last thought before we move on from this subject. But I was taking a break from my my art class. I was in the middle of doing a painting, so I stepped out for a bit. And I was just trolling on Twitter, and I came across this this guy made a like a Tumblr post or something of just a collective internet postings from various people that were disenfranchised Trump voters that were like, we voted for you and now you're not doing what you promised. And he hasn't even become president yet. Yes. And they were just like, they were disappointed in, like, they were like, you said you're gonna drain the swamp and here you're putting in like Goldman Sachs employees and like et cetera, et cetera. And today they announced that the guy that's going to be the head of the EPA is the guy that tried to sue the EPA.
Yeah.
And I was like, is this real? Like, what is happening?
Well, apparently the libertarians really love that because they hate the EPA.
Yeah.
And they want someone who's very critical of it.
Yep.
So, God forbid we save the earth.
Right. Being stewards of, things that God gave us.
John Stewards.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just, I think it's a real sense of buyer's remorse, I think. But that's all I'll say about that for now.
All right.
But yeah, so suffice to say, internet, get your act together.
Yeah, full of lies.
And deceits.
So, other than Netflix, what is the best online subscription service? Or ones that you've had?
So currently, and I think probably one of my favorite things that I currently own is a premium membership to Spotify. I use it every day, and it's great, and I love it. I'm able to like download music, like entire albums and stuff. I'm just able to listen to any kind of music that I want, and I can like it's got a really cool search engine, and it updates really constantly, and so I'm always getting new music, and and I would suggest, like, if you guys are out there and you're really into music, definitely look into purchasing it, especially if you're a student. You get it for $5 instead of $10.
Oh gosh.
And you can just get unlimited music, and it's great.
Yeah, there's so many like services that are unlimited music now.
Yeah.
I remember RDO.
Yeah.
Mog.
Yeah.
Anyone remember that? Now Amazon's doing it.
Yeah.
Google Unlimited is doing it.
Google Play, yeah.
I'm pretty sure the Library of Congress has one.
Probably.
Yes. So it's just it's so crazy. There's so many ways to get stuff unlimited now.
Yeah.
Which, like, here's a spiritual question. Is it more biblical to just borrow these things, these unlimited libraries, and not own them because everything's temporary and you're going to move on? Or is it a problem with excess, where you shouldn't have everything at your fingertips whenever you want it?
That's true. I think it's just again, it's your heart going into it. Like, I know, at least for me, for the music, it's it's definitely a struggle, I think, for me, being like, is this too consuming? Like, am I spending too much time, like, downloading and like looking through and like getting excited about stuff? But also at the same time, being able to have that has given me a lot of tools to use for my ministry. And there's been times at church when they'll need like, we're able to use my premium membership at my church, to play music before and after service, or whereas we didn't have that before, or if the computer that we're using, or if the subscription that we're using is, it just happens to not be working that day, and we can just use my phone. So like that has definitely come in handy, and that's been such a blessing. And even at campus ambassadors, like we've had moments where we'll play music before and after like our large group meetings, but even at retreats, like you remember last Infusion when we had that big glow in the dark dance party.
Yeah.
That music was all run through my phone off Spotify, and if we didn't have my premium membership, we wouldn't have been able to have the music, and we wouldn't have had that time of corporate worship like that. And and so it's definitely how you use it and the heart that you have going into it, I think.
And you can send your thank you notes to Adam at 123 Holly Street.
Yeah, somehow that just became a branch of me just humble bragging.
Yes.
But to be fair though, I did start by saying that is a struggle for me, and it has a habit of becoming all consuming.
Going back to the struggle, there are definitely things that I shouldn't have unlimited. Mm-hmm. Though I thought, like, I'm being such a good steward, this is less clutter.
Right.
This is all digital. Mm-hmm. And then I got, like, a Comixology unlimited subscription. So, I'll be up all night reading the whole entire series of Hellboy.
Right.
It would be worse, and I'm kind of glad they don't have an unlimited video or PC game subscription that I can get yet.
Right. I'm sure they're working their way.
Yeah, they're working.
Steam is almost there.
Yeah.
I mean, when you pay $3 for a AAA title, like that's
But I noticed that I'm getting rid of the clutter. I'm not filling up the house, but I also have a lot more discovery time.
Right. Yeah.
I can get lost a lot easier.
Yeah, I definitely feel that. And it becomes really consuming. Yeah, I definitely hear that from people talking also about like Netflix and stuff like that. I know we started out like not wanting to include Netflix, but not to throw my housemates under the bus, but I came home from work this morning at 2 a.m, and they were. Andre and Miranda and Lydia, they were all on the couch watching Gilmore Girls at 2:30 in the morning, and I, ashamed to say, joined them, but look, Luke just broke up with Lorelai, and we had to be there for her.
Oh no, people I don't know.
You never watched Gilmore Girls?
Oh, which one is Dawson?
That's so true.
Yes.
Which one's Dawson? Man, Dawson's Creek.
Yes.
No,
they all live on the One Tree Hill, right?
If you could bring back an early 2000s sitcom like that, what would you bring back, and who would you put in it?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so before it was the CW, it was the WB.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
They had this one episode.
Okay.
Where is a sitcom about a famous pro wrestler.
Oh, okay.
Living with a supermodel and their family adventures together.
That's amazing.
And it got like so dissed and so burned that I would just love to see that back. And I think he was modeled after Triple H because he had long hair.
Right, and did he have a big nose?
Yes.
So would you cast Triple H in that role?
I would.
Okay.
I was like, are you busy?
Right. He'd probably be like, yeah, I'm the CEO of... I'm the head of marketing for WWE.
Yes.
Speaking of that, did you see that Linda McMahon she has a cabinet position now?
What?
Yeah, look it up. She has a marketing. She's head of something, and Trump named her. Yeah, Linda McMahon. Not even kidding.
Not since her fight with Trish Stratus.
Right?
Have we heard that name?
Right? She ran for Congress, I remember, and it's so weird seeing my worlds collide. Linda McMahon, you need to stay in the WWE where you belong.
I mean, what next? Jesse the Body Ventura?
Right? Becoming president? Is it? If you're knocking on my door, you can come in.
It's me.
Oh, why were you knocking then?
I was kicking my boots against.
She was Lydia.
Oh, yeah. Lydia.
She was knocking. supposedly was knocking her boots, whatever that means. I think that's a euphemism.
Yeah.
But we'll pretend like that didn't happen.
Mm-hmm. We're
Anyways.
Christians. We don't understand satire.
Right, exactly. Or euphemisms.
Yes.
Or jokes.
So the fun thing is, I would like to do another Who Would Win.
Okay. Yes.
But I made it ultra obscure, where you kind of have to think.
Right.
And you'd have to, you'd be like, maybe he has something that'd be easy, but this guy has this one thing that makes this other person.
Right.
So, who would win? Goku versus the Hulk.
The Hulk. Shoot. I gotta go with the Hulk here. Goku continuously... Goku's whole thing is he does have, this unlimited power, but he gets through it in stages. Whereas the Hulk just continuously, the madder he gets, the stronger he gets, with no real plateau. It's just an increase to the point where he destroys planets.
Yeah.
And, Hulk is the strongest, right? Hulk is...
he's just a bowling ball.
Right, that's
through butter.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That I just like Hulk more.
Yeah. Do you like Talking Hulk or Monster Hulk?
Who wants Talking Hulk?
Yeah.
That's no fun. They'll be like, there's a reason they let Paul Heyman talk for Brock Lesnar.
Yes.
Nobody wants to see the Man Mountain talk.
Yes.
They just want to look at him. Because they're afraid if Brock Lesnar talks, you're like, oh, he's dumb.
Yeah. Well, have you seen that old picture, that high school picture of Brock Lesnar?
No.
He's got thick frame glasses.
Is he
he's
a
wearing
dork?
a tie.
Is he a dork?
He looks like he's from the Geek Squad. And he's like, there's a meme going around that says, to fix your computer, you need to hit F5.
That's amazing. That's amazing. That's so great.
Yes.
Oh, man.
All right, here's an obscure one. Soap from Modern Warfare 3 versus Booker from BioShock.
Booker from BioShock. That's a good matchup. Technically, Soap isn't in Modern Warfare 3. Doesn't he die?
He does.
He dies in 2, I think. Doesn't he?
Man, I only bought 3, so... yeah. I know Soap's... He's like a...
He's the main character in the first
few
one.
of them, yeah.
And I can't remember if he dies... I think he might die right at the start of 3.
Right.
Or he gets... Yeah, I think he gets stabbed. He dies in one of them.
Oh, gosh.
But,
Well, that's a bad saying.
That's true. But no. That's... you might be right. I'm not sure. They all kind of blur together. But... Does Booker have his powers? Does he have plasmids?
We're assuming that both of these guys are at their best.
Is that at their best? I gotta give the edge out to Booker just because he's got the superpowers.
Yeah.
As good as Soap is, he's still only human.
Right. And every time you kill Booker, he just walks through a door.
Right, exactly. So he's virtually unkillable.
Yeah.
But that'd be a good fight. I wouldn't be I wouldn't be surprised if Soap ended up winning. But I think my vote goes to Booker.
Okay. The Undertaker.
Okay.
Versus Ronda Rousey.
The Phenom.
Yes.
Versus. Does Ronda Rousey have a nickname?
The Woman.
The Woman. I don't know. I mean, you got to think about it. The Undertaker is immortal. He's unkillable, right? The only way that you can control him is with an urn. And
it's based on an old WWE story, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Story. That's really that's the Undertaker. That's really what he's like.
They need to bring that back.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
They need to bring back the urn.
The urn, that's what I'm saying. He's he's got the longest WrestleMania win streak. He's just a real big lad.
Yeah.
And Ronda Rousey is a good fighter, don't get me wrong, but this is the Phenom we're talking about. The Undertaker. Right. And okay. I think Ronda Rousey would beat Ministry of Darkness Undertaker.
Yes.
But not current Undertaker.
Oh. What about Biker Undertaker?
Biker Undertaker, I feel like you could take Biker Undertaker. He looked... I feel like biker Undertaker looks like he lost 3 rounds to Burger King.
Yes. Yes. I like his line. He's like, I might not be dark anymore, but I'm still down with the devil.
So funny. But I'm still down.
Hawkeye versus Duke from G.I. Joe.
Ooh. See, I feel like that's the most fair matchup. Which iteration of Hawkeye, though? Marvel Cinematic Universe Hawkeye or comic book Hawkeye?
I would say the comic book Hawkeye.
Because I feel like comic book Hawkeye is way lamer than Marvel Cinematic Universe Hawkeye. Just not in terms of like abilities and powers, but I just feel like as a character, like I never really got behind comic book Hawkeye. I always thought he was kind of lame and like just a real vague knockoff of Green Arrow, and like not a better version. But Secret Agent Shield Hawkeye, I feel is really cool, and he's played by Jeremy Renner, which you can't get cooler than.
Yeah, I feel like Hawkeye was the best when Jeremy Renner was doing the Bourne Legacy. If you pretend that that's Hawkeye,
right? Exactly.
You're like, Hawkeye's on fire.
What is he? He's great.
Yes.
Hawkeye's amazing.
Yeah.
No, in that match, it was Hawkeye and who else? I'm sorry.
Duke from G.I.
Joe.
Joe. Or you can do Roadblock if you want to use The Rock's character.
I hated that they killed him off in the second movie. They're like, hey, we'll give you 10 minutes of screen time because we paid so much money for The Rock, so we kind of have to let him be in charge, and we can't pay for both of you guys.
Right.
But no, definitely give me Hawkeye in that fight. Give me Hawkeye.
Yeah. You know, they never really say that the G.I. Joes are super powered or good at training. They just have a lot of gear at their disposal.
Exactly, right.
And they really love America.
Right. And so does Jeremy Renner.
Yes. Superman versus Ant-Man. Who would win?
Who would win? That's an interesting question. But I feel like Ant-Man doesn't really have a shot, just because I feel like Superman, his vision alone he'd be able to see, and the fact that Ant-Man is human and Superman isn't, and he's invulnerable.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he could take punches from him all day.
Yeah. Well, there's that story. Oh, shoot, I'm forgetting that author. He makes the Dark DC.
Yeah.
Where Batman fights Superman and he shoots the atom into his ear.
Yeah. And
he hits something in his eardrum and almost like it blows up his brain.
Interesting.
And that's how Batman beats Superman. But there was a story where Ant-Man went inside the Hulk with a flamethrower, got swallowed, and he's like just pummeling on his organs and they're doing nothing.
That's what I was gonna say. If we accept that Superman is invulnerable, that means his insides have to be invulnerable.
Right.
Otherwise, he's not Superman.
Right. So either way you look at it, it could go either way.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I think it depends on which iteration that we're talking about. But I think I'm firmly in the Superman.
Right.
On the Superman side for that one.
Chun-Li versus Steven Seagal.
Both martial arts masters.
Yes.
Both police officers.
Yes, that's so true.
She's with the Hong Kong police force, right? Shoot. So I don't know. Seagal's got Seagal vision and
the neck breaking power.
Exactly, and the witty one-liners and that hair.
Yes.
And Chun-Li just has a lot of flurries of kicks and
those thighs.
That's what I'm saying. She's a really good control character. She's good at dominating in quick flourishes and combos. But I definitely think this is going to be an instance of youth and versus experience, where I think Chun-Li can go 12 rounds all day, whereas how did I forget his name already?
Steven
Seagal. That's how forgettable he is.
Yes.
But Steven Seagal probably's got like a round or two in him.
Yes.
So I think I'm gonna go with Chun-Li on this one.
Right.
I feel like I would definitely pay to see that fight.
Yes.
So
absolutely. Masterchief versus Iron Man.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a really good one.
Yes.
They both have power suits. They both have AI that like gives them information.
One was kind of like bread.
Right. Mm-hmm. Another was created by his environment.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, man, that's a good one. I mean, I think with that, it's gonna come down to not the power armor that they both have, but the character of the people inside the armor. And I don't think that I don't think that Tony Stark has the character and the fortitude to stand up to John.
Yeah.
Spartan.
Yeah. Hold on, we have a caller.
Oh, we have a caller. Oh,
You're listening to Mike and Adam's Dreams and Feelings.
Hello.
speak louder.
Yes.
So the question that I have
Yeah.
is, what type of armor does Iron Man have? Like, does he have access to the Hulkbuster armor, or no?
That's a good question. I mean, I think inherently he would have access to it, but I feel like, I don't know. I think that then that's the parameters of the fight. Like, then what kind of weapons does Master Chief have?
Yeah,
Does he have a
that's the-
Spartan laser? Does he have a rocket launcher?
I think if they're at their best, he should have all his alien weapons, but Tony Stark should have his 42 suits.
Right.
Because if Iron Man has his 42 suits, then I think Iron Man would win, just because his ability, like, him being able to fly offers so much more mobility than Master Chief.
But if Master Chief has access to everything, he'll have like a jump pack.
But a jump pack isn't as mobile as Tony's armor.
That's
the problem. If it's like base Iron Man armor versus like Master Chief with all his just like human weapons, and I think Master Chief would win because the Spartan laser does fall under that category.
Yeah.
In one shot, it's good game.
Or like a railgun.
Or like a railgun. But it's just if Iron Man has access to all his armor, like there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
He has the Hulk disintegrator.
The Hulk disintegrator.
So that'd be my only.
Right. But I mean, is the Hulkbuster armor any different than, like what are they called? A scarab?
Oh.
Yeah, well, the thing is, like, with the Scarab, it's like there's an exposed weakness.
I mean, same thing for Iron Man. It's his
But
the core.
if you do strength compatibility, the Mjolnir armor is only capable of lifting, like, moving around 1,000, no more than that. Like, several tons.
Yeah.
While the Hulkbuster armor is standing up to an Angry Hulk, which is significantly more than a couple tons. And that's the one thing. It's like, yes, Master Chief on the ground is probably reactively faster, but he's on the ground. He doesn't have the ability to fly unless with a jetpack. And it isn't at the same speed as Iron Man. And so if you have speed and power winning, yes, he has experience, but that only goes so far.
Even if he's driving a Ghost?
Right.
Even if he's driving.
Well, is the Hulkbuster armor that much faster than?
But that's just the Hulkbuster armor. Iron Man has a crazy other super ridiculous armor that I don't remember.
But we also have to think that this is, for all intents and purposes, the Iron Man suit is 21st century technology, whereas Master Chief is coming in with like he's into the 22nd, 23rd century, and they have all of that, and so even just the materials that they're using, just everything that Master Chief is bringing to the table is light years ahead of anything Tony Stark has.
Yeah, what I've learned is that some of the military specs that they use for Master Chief are actually based on real military weapons.
It's
like he uses shotgun shells that are actually illegal.
Yeah.
they're
For people to use.
They're 8 shotguns.
8 gauge, so I didn't know that.
Like the suit itself. Sorry, I read a lot of the Halo books in the Halo universe. It's like the outside is a titanium alloy suit. The suit weighs like a half a ton, but it's got energy shield coating. Well, energy shields around it, which is a huge factor. But the thing is, it's just like how long would it's be hard to see how much those energy shields could take from Iron Man's abilities, and also just how much the suit itself is willing to take if got locked into like combat with Tony Stark.
Yeah.
A lot of factors.
Yeah.
It'd be a fun death battle.
It would. But you know what would be more fun? Handsome Jack versus Naruto.
Handsome Jack. Are you talking about like final form Handsome Jack?
Yes.
Yes. Like full on?
Yes.
Destroyer of the Wasteland?
Yes.
Handsome Jack? Yes. And I'm assuming Nine-Tailed Fox form Naruto. Shoot. Man. Handsome Jack. That's such a good one.
Yes.
That's such a good reference. Borderlands is definitely great. I think again it's gonna come down to the character of the people. I think Naruto just has more of a drive to win than Handsome Jack. Where Handsome Jack is the only thing that he's bringing to the table is his greed and his handsomeness, whereas Naruto has just a desire to just be the best. So, but yeah,
the best I've ever known.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. All right. So I think that brings us to a close of our fun. Now, are you ready for your taste test challenge?
I am never ready for this.
So this product is awesome.
Okay.
Only because I have no idea what it is.
Before we started this, we did an impromptu taste test challenge yesterday. We went to the dorms, and we were at the dining hall, and I issued a challenge to our table mates to make the most disgusting drink possible, because there's like just a bank of like vending or like soda fountain things. So there's like a soda fountain, and there's like milk, and there's orange juice, and there's coffee. There's just a bunch of stuff. My one friend mixed a bunch of like soda and then put like hazelnut coffee in it, and it was so gross. I drank like 2/3 of it. It was gross. It was bad.
Yeah. Well, so I had a choice. First, there was this peanut candy, and the mascot was a baby in a diaper doing magic tricks.
Oh no!
And it was called Bambo. It was either that. I decided not to get Bambo.
Okay.
Because
much to my chagrin,
this drink has the worst English on it. It won't tell you what's in it.
Okay. And you didn't want to give me cancer.
Yes.
So instead, you got me.
It's okay. So there's this,
that it looks...
and then it says "Keep heatiness away." I don't know what that means.
Keep heatiness away.
It says "Drink Gia Duo Bao," and so there's nothing on here that tells you what's in it
or what flavor. Well, I'm sure it does. We just can't read it.
Yeah. The only word I understand is botanical beverage. So you might be drinking a flower.
Right. I feel like this is like an energy drink.
Yes.
I'm excited for this. The can is gold in color.
Yes.
There's a bunch of writing on it. I don't know if it's not. It doesn't look like Chinese characters.
It says herbal tea, made from prime herbal ingredients. Whatever that means.
Prime.
Yes.
Oh, it is Chinese. It's from Hangzhou, Beijing, China.
What does it say?
And I apologize. It says serve hot or cold. Some precipities are natural herbal materials which are safe for drinking.
Ooh, it's got chrysanthemum in it.
Nice.
And Japanese honeysuckle.
Where do you see that? Oh, I see that.
It's got Heal All, which sounds like a Pokemon product.
Same thing with Frangipani.
And Masona.
And Chinese licorice.
So, as promised, this will keep the heatiness away. All right.
JD. It's the Japanese knockoff of JPL.
Yes.
So here it's a can. It's
yeah.
What's it? What does it smell like?
I have a feeling it's just the Arizona iced tea.
Right? It's just some sick trick.
That's all it is.
Yeah, it honestly just smells like iced tea. Oh, you went for it.
I went for it. You know, the heatiness.
The heatiness is gone.
It's gone.
It's It's like, you know what it is? It's like, some Texan businessman went over to China and he sat down with a Chinese conglomerate and explained to them what sweet tea is.
Yes. And they made it healthier.
And then they made it for him and he drank and he's like, no, this isn't it. You're all fired.
I feel like someone took a honeydew
melon,
blended it.
That's so true. Yeah, this is. I mean, it's not bad.
Yeah, it tastes like it's healing all.
Right. I'm definitely not feeling heaty anymore.
Yeah, my heaty is all gone.
Oh man, this is very strange.
I know.
Very strange.
This really makes up for that synthetic sausage.
Oh my gosh, that was one of the grossest things I've ever eaten in my life.
Yes, I went through the footage and you complain about it for a good 5 minutes.
Do I really?
Yes.
Does not surprise me.
Yes. I'm like, and it deserved 6 minutes of complaints.
I complained about it for 5 minutes. That's so funny. That sounds like me.
But now, since I knew that was going to taste good, we have a new product that I've made one of.
Okay, who's this we?
And our podcast.
Okay, the viewership.
Yes, we finally have some merch.
Oh yeah.
The only way to get a copy of yours is to actually rob Adam. So
what have you gotten me? Mike and Adam's Dreams and Feelings coffee cup. Thanks, buddy. That means a lot.
Yes.
You keep giving me gifts and
I
not
know.
telling me that you're doing this, so I can't make you anything.
Well, I know the Asian tradition is to out-gift someone, so I have to be in the secret, in the shadows.
I would accuse you of being racist against Asians if you weren't married to one.
Yes. I know. I know the tricks.
This is great. It's very the first official Mike and Adam Dreams and Feelings merch.
Now look at the bottom.
Oh, we need the old Stone Cold.
Yes.
So great.
Yes.
We need the old Stone.
So if you want a copy of your mug, which is actually dishwasher safe, I Pinterest the heck out of it.
Oh.
So it uses acrylic brushes. If you want your own, you need to log on to Adam's house.
Right.
Put in your password, which is break his window.
Right.
And then purchase it through his dresser where he'll keep it.
Yeah, well, I'm probably going to drink out of it. This is too good not to use.
Right.
I'm overwhelmed, Mike. This is great. This is great. We need the old stove. I love that this is on the bottom. Like that's just for me.
When you drink it,
yeah,
people will see.
Yeah, right. They'll be like, what is he talking about? Like nobody in this room knows the reference except us.
Yes.
So there's this wrestler named Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's bald. He likes beer. His name is the Texas Rattlesnake. And in wrestling, he was super popular and famous. This is for the benefit of Lydia and Caleb. He was actually probably one of the biggest. Like him and The Rock are probably the biggest to come out of that. But there's this thing where he was always against Vince McMahon. He was kind of like the leader of the company. But he like sold out to him for a while in order to win the WWE championship. And this was during the height of like the Monday Night Wars between the WWE and the WCW. They were
bought out by then.
Yeah, exactly.
All
So
of WCW was on WWE.
Exactly, and they were doing this thing called the Invasion, where the people from that organization were like coming in and like destroying stuff. But at the time, Stone Cold was like being all weird because he like sucked up to Vince McMahon and he was like singing songs on his guitar and like wearing cowboy hats and like he was really happy and like it was weird. And so Vince McMahon was like, "We need you.
Yes,
we need you to fight this incoming threat." And Stone Cold was like, "I can't do that." And then they did this thing called... So in wrestling, whenever you see them on the microphone, it's called a promo. And Vince McMahon cuts this epic promo, and at the end of it, he just growls into the mic, "We need the old Stone Cold." And then the next episode, we see Stone Cold is like drinking at a bar, and he's like really sad about his problems. And he then like gets up and he breaks this pool cue.
Yes.
And then he gets in his truck and he like drives there and he starts beating the crap out of people. And he like, it's great.
But then later at the pay-per-view, he sides with the Invasion.
Yeah, he does.
Which was like a double screw job.
Right. It was great. It was wonderful.
Only in wrestling can you have like the betrayals.
Right.
But the funny thing is like, so say you have like a tag team versus another tag team. And you'll have one guy, like, beating up his enemies.
Right.
But then, at the very end, he'll do the screw job.
Right.
He'll remove his shirt and it'll say NWO.
Right. And you're like, wait, what? You just spent 40 minutes beating up.
Yes. Do they mind that you kick them in the face?
Right.
All this.
Oh, man.
Only in wrestling.
Only in wrestling. But yeah, we need the old Stone Cold.
Yes, we do.
And... we had to get some wrestling chat in.
Right, we did. So what can we expect next week?
Before we go on, did you see that AJ Styles at the most recent Tables, Ladders, and Chairs? He got a hole in the buttocks of his pants while he was wrestling. So like on live pay-per-view, he had a hole in his butt.
Oh.
In the seat of his pants. It was really awkward for everybody.
Oh wow.
But I just
that brings back the Attitude Era, I guess.
That's what I'm saying. So long story short, don't be involved in a TLC match.
Yeah.
Tables, ladders, and chairs to those that are uninformed. But yeah, next time we're gonna have more chat about AJ Styles' wardrobe malfunction.
Yes. We're gonna talk about, is it Lydia or Lydia?
It's Lydia.
Oh.
And
we're not gonna talk about it anymore.
It's been established.
Yes.
When does Star Wars go? Does Star Wars come out next week?
Rouge One.
Rouge One. I'm excited. If we both happen to see it before Friday, I think we should talk about it.
I'll probably be asking a lot of questions.
Oh, okay. You don't like Star Wars?
Yeah, is that Stormtrooper? Is that his dad?
Yeah, they're all his dad.
Oh, okay.
Where's Han Solo? I actually saw this video. Sorry, like we're trying to end, and I just keep reminding myself we're good for time.
Exaggerated.
We're good. Yes. We're good for time. We're good for time.
Yeah.
There. At the end of episode 5 or 6, I think it's 6. When Lando is back in the Millennium Falcon, he's wearing the same outfit that Han Solo wears. He's wearing a white shirt and a vest.
No way.
Seriously, swear on my life. You go back and watch it, or you look up pictures. So he's sitting in the cockpit. It's him and Chewbacca, and Lando was wearing the same outfit as Han Solo.
Oh, it's so bad right now. I want like a Star Wars movie where everyone's wearing different clothes, but as it progresses, it all ends with everyone wearing Han Solo's
outfit. Yes.
Even the Stormtrooper.
Yes. Even the Stormtrooper.
But they keep the helmet.
Yes.
That's so funny. But yeah, so yeah, I saw that and I was like, that's so true. I'll never be able to watch Star Wars the same again.
Yes.
George Lucas, you crazy, crazy bugger. So yeah, I mean, is that? I mean, what did you learn anything today, Mike?
I learned that you can trust drinks you don't understand.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely don't feel heaty.
The heaty is a way.
And at least for me, I learned that I shouldn't trust everything I read on the internet, and I need to spend less time on Spotify.
Unless you want Shakira Law.
Right. Yeah, Shakira. Stop it. Shakira. I don't think it's pronounced. It's not pronounced Shakira.
No, that's what they wrote, though.
Oh, is it really?
They wrote Shakira Law.
Oh, I mean,
if we trust this donut, there will be Shakira Law.
You know what?
America.
I'm actually down for that.
Yes.
I can only see good things.
Finally, honesty in the government. Those hips won't lie.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
We need transparency. I feel like that's also the name of this podcast. Also, we'll probably get a lot of hate if we put Shakira Law on.
Shakira Law.
Semicolon, or quotes, her hips don't lie.
Yes. Well, anyways.
This is episode 20?
20.
Oh, 20. We didn't, what?
We're one away from the drinking age.
Well, we can drink in Canada.
Yes.
So, I mean, we got that going for us.
So every time we use a vowel, make it a drinking game.
Are you encouraging binge drinking, Mike?
No.
As long as it's, what is this called?
Herbal tea.
Herbal tea. It's just called herbal tea.
Yes.
Do you think they'll sponsor us?
I hope so. They have a lot of money. I mean, this is made out of gold.
JDB Herbal Tea, we love you, and we want you to sponsor us. Please.
Mm-hmm.
We're desperate.
Mm-hmm.
And on that sad note,
goodbye, America.
Goodbye, America, and China, where we're sponsored now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want it to end, Mike.
Do it!
Because the moment this
is the part where everyone's pulling out their hair. Like, I need closure.
See,
give them closure, Adam.
The moment we stop, I have to go write a paper. And nobody wants that.
I have to put tires on my car.
Wait, you drove here without tires?
Working ones.
Oh, okay. Wait.
Yeah.
Well, this is fun.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see you later. Oh, I didn't hit the